Hey guys, we're going to be back here for another realistic rebuild. This time we're going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm excited for this one. It does have a lot of work for sure, but we do have some pieces to work around, like Joe Mixon. I'm not going to throw Andy Dalton on the trade block yet, even though I am planning on replacing him. I'll probably wait till next year till we find his replacement, just to keep it realistic so it's not like we're just going to tank this season. We're obviously going to have the elite AJ Green. Tyler Boyd has really stepped up. Then we're going to have John Ross playing the slot. Hopefully he can upgrade well. Tyler Eifert is going to be a really good tight end for us. I'm hoping he can upgrade a little bit as well too. Offensive line is really not great. I mean, if we're being honest, we do have a rookie center who should be able to last the whole rebuild, which that is good. Centers are pretty important here. But other than that, the offensive line is just not great at all. Defensively, we're going to have a really good defensive line with Carl Lawson. I really like him. He's going to be a nice finesse pass rusher. Geno Atkins, one of the best in the business at the D-tackle position. I'd like to get him a partner that can really cause the same amount of pressure he can. Then we have Carlos Dunlap, who is he's going to be 29. I mean, that's not real great there. He's going to be decently old. I think I'm going to throw him on the trade block, to be honest. He's 29. He's going to start regressing rapidly. We are going to have William Jackson. I really like him. He's going to be a nice overall cornerback. And then Denard as well. I like him at 26. I did throw Kirkpatrick on the trade block. He's about 30, I think. So that's going to be start regressing at that age a lot. We do have a nice free safety who's a rookie, Bates. I mean, he's really good. Jesse Bates, he's already an 81 overall. Good overall stats here. Linebacking core, I did throw Vontaze Burfict on the trade block as well. Considering he is 27, only an 81 overall, he's caused a lot of problems for this team, so I'm just going to try to get rid of him and replace him, because I don't think he's going to upgrade any more than he already is anyway. And an 81 overall isn't that great at that position in the first place. So other than that, yeah, maybe a few upgrades here at the linebacker position. That's going to be it for the team look at here. Let's go ahead and set our season goal. I don't think we're going to be very successful this season. I'm going to go for 9 wins. And I'll be back at mid-season unless I do get some trade offers for the people I threw up on the trade block. So we're going to have some pretty decent trade offers here. They're giving up a 3rd round pick, and I think that's pretty decent for Vontaze Burfict. I think I'm going to have to roll with Arizona here, because we get a 4th round pick in 2020 and a 3rd round pick for this coming up year. We also have a trade offer here for Carlos Dunlap. He's 29, 85 overall. I'd like to get a little younger at that position, so we'll see what people are going to be offering me. I'm looking for picks for this year, to be honest. I'm not looking for future picks. I'm looking for something that could help me out now. And I think we're going to have to roll with the Raiders here. They're giving up some pretty decent picks. Actually, Carolina's giving up some really nice picks. They're going to give me a 3rd and a 5th. So I think I am going to accept that. So we do trade away Vontaze Burfict and Carlos Dunlap there. So I'll see you guys now at mid-season. Back here at the mid-season mark, we're going to be 4-4, which is, I mean, decent considering our team on the offensive line is not great. Players we're going to have to resign, though, heading into year 2. We're going to have Tyler Eifert. Definitely want to bring him back. I definitely want to bring back Jaquez Denard there. Probably going to let Croft go. Preston Brown's going to be a young linebacker, but I just don't know if he's the kind of linebacker I want here. He does have great tackling. Probably will actually bring him back. He should be a good linebacker, and if anything, he can bounce out to fill that spot that Vontaze Burfict lost after trading him. But yeah, other than that, there's not going to be really anybody of value I would like to bring back, other than probably Preston Brown and Jaquez Denard and Tyler Eifert. That's really the only big 3 dogs I'm trying to bring back here heading into year 2. So no playoffs here. We finished 6-9-1. That's actually decent for us, but I'm hoping we can maybe get a good quarterback prospect. Let's go ahead and check out our team stats real quick. Andy Dalton, 3,600 yards, nearly 37, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I mean, that's decent, but he's just not going to get a lot better. Joe Mixon has over 1,000 yards, nearly 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's decent work by him. Receiving the ball, AJ Green is going to lead the team with 68 receptions, 800 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Tyler Eifert has a decent year of 66 receptions, nearly 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. John Ross did work from the slot. 65 receptions, 900 yards and 6 touchdowns, averaging 14 yards per reception. Tyler Boyd, I mean, he didn't have a great year. I mean, he's playing pretty decent IRL. 30 receptions for Joe Mixon, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's decent from the running back position. Blocking, I'm assuming it's not great, and it's not. Our left tackle allowed 15 sacks. He's definitely not going to be a long-term solution there. And when your center allows 3, I mean, that's not great either. That's really just not good at all. Preston Brown leads the team in tackles with 115. I did get him re-signed, so we should have him throughout the whole rebuild. Quaz Denard, 96 tackles. William Jackson, 88. What about sacks here? What are we looking like? 5.5 by Geno Atkins. 3.5 by Brown. 3.5 by Jordan Willis. 3 by Sam Hubbard. Carl Lawson only with 2.5. That's a little odd there. I mean, he does have great finesse move. William Jackson, though, leads the team in interceptions with 3. Russell with 2. And then we have some 1-bombs here from a few players on our team. So, yeah, we didn't make the playoffs. Probably didn't. Yeah, we finished 6-9-1. I'm hoping we do have a pretty decent pick, though. But let's go ahead and jump into free agency and see if there's going to be anybody juicy here in year 1. In free agency here in year 1, CJ Mosley is going to be available, and I'm definitely going to go after him. We're going to have to pay a lot of money, though, considering the Redskins and the Dolphins both were offering huge deals. So I'm going to have to offer him a lot. So my negotiations are going to be CJ Mosley and Trevor Williams. So we'll see if we can't get these guys. If we're able to land Trevor Williams, I think our cornerback core would be good throughout the whole rebuild. I did add a few people to the trade block as well. We get both those guys. I do add Andy Dalton to the trade block, and I'm going to put Williams up here, our strong safety, on the trade block. He is getting up there in age. He has a pretty big contract. So definitely want to try to get rid of that and get a little cap room available. And then Andy Dalton's obviously taking up a lot of cap as well. So if we're going to try to rebuild this team, we're going to have to get rid of some of the pieces that are causing a lot of the cap issues. So I'll see if I can't get a trade done before the draft, and we'll see what happens from there. So we're going to hop into the draft here, and we picked 9th overall. I'm pretty sure a quarterback is going to come off the board by that time. If not, that's going to be a steal for us. The quarterback I want did not come off the board. That's huge. We're definitely going to snag this quarterback. He's going to be, looks like he's going to be a monster. Look at his stats. So we're going to draft him. He's going to be an 80 overall. 3rd in true talent, we get Dre Rod here. He's going to be 6'6", a field general, already an 80 overall, and he's got amazing accuracies. That's going to replace Andy Dalton very well. He's going to have quick development, so Andy Dalton is most certainly going to be on his way out of the door here in Cincinnati. We do have a few extra picks since we did trade Vontaze Burfict away. Let's go ahead and see who's going to be available, though, that I might want. I did want a left tackle. He's not going to go till the 3rd round. What? He goes mid-4th. Okay, mid-4th projected. This pass protector is a decent guard that I might consider taking. That's an agile guard that is not real great, it doesn't look like. This power right tackle is 12th in bench reps, so I'm not looking to get him. I was looking for a good right end, but it seems like the one I wanted got taken. Defensive tackles, I mean, they're not the best either right there, dude. So I'm not sure really what to go for here. I think I'm going to have to roll with that guard that I did see and try to build up this offensive line as good as I can. He's going to be 4th in bench reps. We do need a left guard. He's going to be a 75 overall, and I think he's going to be a good starting point. I mean, not the best guard, but he should be able to help us out a little bit there. And then we do pick pretty early, I'm pretty sure, in the 3rd round. Yeah, we picked 8th overall. So let's go ahead and see if that tackle I wanted is also still going to be available. The left tackle, he is. And I'm hoping this guy's going to be really good. He's going to be 5th in bench reps, an agile lineman. So he's going to be a scheme fit already, and he's not. How is he, well, I mean, I'm not sure how that's only a 73 overall. I guess his awareness. Well, those are pretty good stats. I mean, he's probably going to start for me, to be honest. I like him there. That's a decent pick, I would have to say. Then we pick 14th overall. Yeah, we pick a few times in the 3rd round. And there is a few people that I would like. The strong safety that I wanted is still available. And I think I'm going to have to roll with him late 3rd round. I'm going to take him. He's going to also be a 73 overall. Not great at all. That's a bust right there. That's definitely going to be a bust for me. I'm hoping we can maybe get a offensive lineman that is any good in right here with one of these picks. Left guard isn't looking too great there. Right guard. I mean, my only other option is to go this right tackle, and we do need a right tackle. He goes late 4th. So I think I'm going to have to roll with him. He's going to be a 74 overall, 54 in true talent, only with 81 strength, but we do have an agile scheme fit there. So we'll see if he can maybe develop into something. All in all, I'm pretty happy with that quarterback pick we did here. I do only like to show the first the 4th round up to the 4th round pick. So I think this is going to be the last pick I show unless I find a gym here. What do we want? I'd like to go D tackle, to be honest, or left end or right end. We do have a speed rushing defensive tackle could be nasty paired with Geno Atkins, and I'm probably going to pick the one with the best bench reps, this power rusher here. 8th in bench reps, got good power moves. We're going to roll with him. He's going to be a 74 overall, 56 in true talent, and he looks like a monster, bro. Look at those stats he has. 88 strength. He's got good power moves. I think he could develop into something special. Has the swim move trait already. So that's going to be it for this draft. Unless I do find a gym, I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. So we're going to be back here at the start of year 2, and our team's definitely looking better here. We're going to have Rod, our 1st round pick at quarterback, and he looks like he's going to be a straight monster for us. We have Joe Mixon, obviously, who's going to be a good running back for us. And our receiving core should stay relatively the same throughout this whole rebuild with AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and John Ross. Offensive line still could use some work. I did move Glenn over to right guard. I'm going to start the rookie left tackle and the rookie right tackle along with the left guard. We'll see how it works out. Offensive line could hold us back this rebuild. I'm not going to lie, because when you don't start with a great one, it usually doesn't end well. Tyler Eiffert's going to be a 90 overall. And then our defensive line is looking pretty good. We have Carl Lawson, who already has a 90 finesse move. We're going to have Geno Atkins. I like Herbert, the rookie here. He's going to be a nice power rusher, as you can see. He just needs to get up his awareness a little bit. But I like him as a player. Willis is going to be our starting left end after trading away our previous one. Then we're going to have a good cornerback core that should last the whole rebuild with William Jackson, Trevor Williams, and Denard. And then free safety and strong safety should stay the same with Bates, and then the rookie strong safety. Linebacking core is also pretty good with CJ Mosley, Preston Brown, and then Vigil. Maybe that's the only one that could need to be replaced. Let's go ahead and set our season goal, and then we're going to have a few trade offers on the board here. I did put a few people up for trade. Andy Dalton for one, considering he's not going to start, and he has a pretty juicy contract that I don't want to hold on to. I'm not looking to even get much out of him, to be honest. Denver's looking to give me a lot here. I could see him going to Denver, to be honest. Yeah, I don't want to trade him in the division. Let's go ahead and give him to Denver. We're going to get a 3rd round pick out of that and a 4th for next year. And then we also put our strong safety on the board, who has a pretty big contract, and he's decently old. He's 28. He's going to start regressing, and he's only about an 83 overall. So we'll see what we can get for this guy. The Packers are willing up to give a 2nd round pick this year. Malik Collins? Bro, I might have to accept that. Malik Collins is pretty good. Just trade him straight up for him and freaking Geno Atkins together. That's a pretty massive trade. So we're going to definitely start Malik Collins over Herbert there. I like Malik Collins. He's going to be a nice speed rusher. He's got great strength, and that's a good trade for us. I really like that. He's got the traits you would want as well. Yeah, that's a great trade. Geno Atkins and Malik Collins could upgrade to be monsters together. Well, Geno Atkins already is. That's going to be it, though, for the beginning of year 2. Let's go ahead and hop into mid-season and see what our record is looking like. Wow, we're going to be 1-4-2. That's a salty-ass record if I've ever seen one. Not the bottom of the division. Somehow Baltimore is lower than us. I'm kind of wondering what the problem is. It could possibly be our offensive line. I mean, that's definitely a possibility there. Players we're going to have to re-sign here. AJ Green's going to want to re-sign. And I really would love to bring him back for the whole rebuild, to be honest. I mean, I'm hoping that's a possibility. William Jackson's going to want a contract. I do want to re-sign Malik Collins, even though that kind of negates the fact of getting rid of the strong safety and Andy Dalton. But he's going to be a good D tackle for us. Tyler Boyd, he's going to come back as well. I'm going to let Giannavi Bernard go, our left guard go, and then really none of these other guys are going to be of any value to us. So that's what it's going to look like here for the re-signings. And AJ Green, definitely would like to bring him back as well. Like I said, he's going to be hopefully a strong player here for us throughout the whole rebuild. Well, no playoffs for us here. I'd love to see what went wrong here. I mean, actually, we come back and finish 8-6-2. We end the year pretty decently after only having one win at mid-season. Yeah, we come back pretty decent with 8-6-2 record. Well, check out what the stats are, though. Our quarterback did not have a great year. Actually, 3,500 yards for a rookie is decent. We're probably going to run the ball more than pass it in the first place. 36 passing touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, 63% completion rate. I guess that's why he is going to be a field general for us. He's going to manage the game. And I guess we're going to have to hope Joe Mixon can get it done. I mean, 1,300 yards, 4.3 average, and 5 touchdowns. He's got a lot of yards. I mean, that'll do it. 76 receptions by AJ Green, 900 yards and 9 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd with 67 receptions, 500 yards and 5. Tyler Eifert had a good year with 66, 707 touchdowns. And then John Ross from the slot is putting up numbers here. I mean, that reception average is outrageous. He got 51 balls and he's averaging 15.9 yards per catch. Okay, dude. Yeah, that seems like the spot for John Ross. 810 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's crazy, dude. That's good numbers, for sure. Then sacks-wise, I expect it to be pretty bad. Actually, it's not as bad as you would have thought. Only 12 by the rookie left tackle, 10 by the right tackle, and then interiorly, we actually are pretty decent there. Defensively, did CJ Mosley come in and do anything real good for us? Hey, it's 4.5 sacks. 110 tackles by him, 105 by Preston Brown, moving over to Vontaze Burfict's spot. Trevor Williams coming in with 102. Denard there with 85. What about sacks here? We're going to get 7 by Jordan Willis there, and he might actually end up being our starting left end. Carl Lawson with 7. I expect a little bit more from Carl Lawson here with a 90 finesse move. He's got great great stats. Preston Brown is 6.5, 5 by Geno Atkins. Malik Collins only had 1. That's a little unfortunate there. Interceptions, what do we have? We're gonna have 4 by Trevor Williams, 2 by Denard, 2 by Ford the rookie. That's nice. CJ Mosley with 1 and William Jackson with 1. Let's quickly check and see if we won any of the yearly awards. MVP goes to Ezekiel Elliott. AFC, okay, we don't have, well, actually, we do have our quarterback coming in at 8 Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, we have CJ Mosley coming in at 7. Offensive Rookie goes to Dre Rod. That should help us out. Defensive Rookie goes to Derwin Ford, our strong safety that replaced the other one we traded. Best quarterback, we're number 4. That's decent. Running back, well, that's really good, actually. Mixon is 5. Wide receiver, nobody. Offensive line, we don't have anybody. Defensive line, we have Willis coming in at 7. Linebackers, we're gonna have nobody there. Defensive back, Trevor Williams coming in at 2. I mean, to be honest, that's kind of a salty record for how good we had. I think we just lost a lot of close games. Yeah. I think that's what happened here, because I can see in the top left corner we lost 10-7 to the Browns. So I believe they were just close games that we lost, and we'll see if maybe those games can go our way next year. Let's go ahead and hop into free agency and see who's going to be available. So we're going to be here in free agency, and it is a great one. I've never seen one really this good at all. Somehow the Saints let go of Michael Thomas And you know we're going to jump all over that. We would love to get the addition of him. Imagine him paired with AJ Green. That would be outrageous. So in my negotiations, I'm actually offering quite a few contracts here. I'm going to offer one to Michael Thomas. I'm going to offer one to Yannick Ngakoue. If I get him, I would definitely move him over to left end, so we'd have a nasty pass rush. Shaq Thompson to be a tackling machine for us and pair him with our already good linebackers. Him and CJ Mosley could be a very good duo along with Preston Brown. And then sign Carl Joseph here to fill that strong safety need that we have. Even though Ford won Defensive Rookie of the Year, he only had 1 upgrade point, so really didn't get much out of him there. We really didn't have any upgrades at all. That's really the reason I didn't show that. So we're going to advance here, and I'm really hoping we land these guys, because if we do, we're going to be looking quite good. Michael Thomas reject. Ooh, okay, that's very bad. So we don't get any of the big dogs. We don't get Michael Thomas or Yannick Ngakoue. That's going to hurt us real bad. We get Shaq Thompson and Carl Joseph, though. That's not what I was hoping for, but I guess it is better than nothing. We do fill the linebacker need at left outside, and we got a good strong safety, but I really was looking for that wide receiver and right end. That's going to be painful, but let's go ahead and hop into the draft. All right, draft here in year 2. We don't pick till pretty late, even though we only have 8 wins on the year. We pick at 19, and that's definitely not where I'd like to pick, but that's what we're going to be at here. Definitely don't really need anything on the defensive side of the ball. We're pretty set there. If anything, I would say we need an offensive lineman. And the offensive lineman I wanted is still there. The guard. Definitely do want to get the guards rolling, because once they get going, we're going to have some really good run game probably. So I'm going to draft this guy. He's a 78 overall. He's going to be 26th in true talent. He's going to be a decent guard for us. He's going to definitely be a very good one, or at least should upgrade into one. He's going to have quick development. So I like that pick there for the offensive lineman. We are going to have 2 third-round picks from trading Andy Dalton, I believe. So we'll check that out. We do pick 19th. That's not great either, but left tackle. Let's go ahead and see if any other offensive lineman's going to be available, or right ends. All right, yeah, defensively, we're doing pretty good. So I really just need a left tackle, and I mean, this guy is decent. He's going to be 21, 5th in bench, 78 overall, 23rd in true talent. He's gonna definitely be a pass blocker. And that's really what we need here. I'm pretty happy with that pick. He's going to be 78 overall with normal development. And we're just starting to build this offensive line. That's just the most important piece that we need right now. The offensive line has got to get rolling. We need to give Joe Mixon some offensive line help. Because, to be honest, we're probably going to be more of a run team than a pass team. We do have a field general at quarterback. So, yeah, that's what I'm definitely thinking there. To be honest, I don't know what else I want here in this draft. There's not a huge number of some. Oh, that guy's 2nd in bench. I might have to take him. That's a pretty good guard, or I mean tackle. I'm gonna draft him. He's gonna be a 77 overall, 30 in true talents, and he's just gonna be a power guy. I think I'm gonna move him to guard. He's a nasty guard. He's got amazing strength for us, and I mean amazing. That's a great pick right there. I really like that one. And then I think we might just go running back. There is a running back I do like late here in the 5th, and I don't want him to get taken. I think this could be a nice duo with Joe Mixon. And he's going to be a 76 overall. Good draft so far for us. Elusive back, kind of the same skill set as Joe Mixon, to be honest. Not as powerful, but I like that pick as well. And then we'll go to the 4th round here, and we'll see what we can get for the last pick here that I show you guys. I think I might just go quarterback. We do need some quarterback depth, and I think I'll just take a field general here. I mean, there's not really anybody else that was on my draft board, so we're going to draft a quarterback to be the backup for ours. And I'll see you guys at the start of year 3. So heading here into year 3, we definitely have a greatly improved team. We're going to have our Quarterback Rod up to an 82 overall. Joe Mixon is going to be an 87 overall. AJ Green is regressing slightly, and that could be bad for us, but we did re-sign him. Tyler Boyd is an 83 overall, and then John Ross has been really good from the slot. Our offensive line is completely rehauled. We still have Price as the center. Elliott is going to bounce over to right guard, and then we're going to have the rookie left guard, McCaffrey, a 78 overall, start there. Then 2 rookie tackles start. Balenka start at left tackle, and then Stevenson start at right tackle. I really think this combination could be good because we have a good set of tackles here that should upgrade. Tyler Eifert's going to be a good tight end for us. Defensively, we're basically the same here. We're still going to have Carl Lawson, Geno Atkins, Malik Collins, and Willis. And then William Jackson, Trevor Williams, Denard at corner. Safeties, Jesse Bates is upgrading well. And then Carl Joseph coming in free agency. Preston Brown still going to be a right outside linebacker. CJ Mosley up to a 90 overall. And then Shaq Thompson coming in from free agency. Definitely gives us one of the better linebacking cores of the, I would say, the league. And then our defense, I mean, there's not a lot of positions of need, to be honest. I don't see a lot of positions that we're going to need to replace anytime soon. Yeah, we're pretty young all over the place. Geno Atkins is probably the oldest guy, but he's still elite. Let's go ahead and set our season goal here. I'm going to say 9 wins. We got 8 last year. We have a greatly improved offensive line. I think we go at least 9 wins this year, maybe even a playoff appearance. All right, so we're back here at mid-season. Let's go ahead and check out our record. Dude, what the hell? How are we 2-6? That don't even make sense. We've improved in every way possible. Literally. Well, that's unfortunate. Players we're going to have to re-sign, though. Joe Mixon, definitely want to bring him back. Carl Lawson, want to bring him back. Jordan Willis, want to bring him back. John Ross, obviously, is going to be a huge part of our offense. He's led the team in touchdowns, I think, the first 2 years. Other than that, not a lot of people here to bring back. I'm kind of upset, though, about that salty start we've had. Well, unfortunately here, we did not make the playoffs. We finished 4-12. Yeah, it's a rough year. Somehow we just did not do great. Our quarterback did not have a great year whatsoever. I mean, what the hell was that? 3,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions? Rushing the ball, Joe Mixon has 1,200 yards here, 3 touchdowns. Okay. Receiving the ball, Tyler Boyd leads the team in receptions. 83, 830 yards, 1 touchdown. AJ Green only 61 receptions, about 750 yards, 6 touchdowns. John Ross still has 5 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know. Is it our offensive line? Our left guard allowed 10 sacks. That's definitely not good. Defensively, Preston Brown leads the team in tackles with 129. CJ Mosley 119. Trevor Williams 95, and Carl Joseph with 87. Sacks, we're looking like we're going to have 6 from Atkins, 4.5 from Lawson. He's not been as productive as I would like. I mean, when you take a look at his skills, just look at his ratings. I mean, 92 finesse move. He's looking great. I'm not sure why he's not getting sacks here. CJ Mosley with 4. Preston Brown with 2. So we're just not, I mean, I don't know. We're just not doing it. I don't know. We're not on either side of the ball, especially offensively. We're struggling really bad. And I mean really bad. So I'm not sure what the problem is. I mean, we have a decent quarterback. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess we'll just have to head into free agency, see if anybody's going to be available. So we're going to be back here in free agency, and I think we're going to have to overreact slightly here. I mean, year 3, still not a lot of success. So I'm going to have to make some signings that I probably wouldn't normally make. I'm going to try to bring in Jason Kelsey with only 2 years remaining. I hope he would stay here for the next 2 years and not retire if it comes down to it. And then I'm going to have to sign Taylor Moton. I mean, it's just, I don't know, a right tackle. He's a rookie. He wasn't doing well. I'm thinking about bouncing him over to right guard, because our right guard is not great. So if we did that, I think we'd have a pretty good offensive line. We are going to make some pretty big offers here, so this is pretty big. This is actually very big. If we get these guys, it's going to drastically improve our offensive line in a big way, and they both accept it. So we do get 2 good offensive linemen here that is really going to help improve it. I mean, we had to overreact. going into year 3, I think our offensive line was our biggest weakness. So we signed 2 good offensive linemen here that should help out. So just doing a draft recap here, we did pick number 2 overall in the first round. I did take a wide receiver. I mean, AJ Green is starting to regress. So I take a red zone threat that's really going to help out a lot. He's going to be a monster. He's going to have all the traits you would want, and he's going to be a red zone threat, 93 speed. I mean, he's really going to be great for us. I think I'm going to put him in the starting role immediately. And I'm going to move Tyler Boyd to our 3rd receiver because I want to get this guy upgraded as quick as possible. So I feel like putting him immediately to start would be a great move for us. Other than that, I did not get anybody that's going to start. Our offensive line is looking pretty decent, and I'll show you guys that here at the start of year 4. So in year 4 here, we actually are going to have a pretty good team. I mean, I am not actually going to put Linton over AJ Green because that would be a little crazy. AJ Green still is going to be the number 1 receiver, but Linton's going to be our slot guy as well. John Ross is probably going to take a step back here. Tyler Boyd's going to move to our 3rd receiver. We're still going to have Joe Mixon and Rod. Tyler Eifert's still an 85 overall. Offensive line is definitely greatly improved. Our interior offensive line is really good. With McCaffrey, Kelsey, and Stevens, I did bounce him over from right tackle to guard. And then Balenka's still going to be our left tackle. And then Moten coming in from free agency, 82 overall. I'm hoping he does pan out for us here. Defensively, we're going to have William Jackson at corner, Trevor Williams, and still Denard. Really nothing changed here. Carl Joseph, Jesse Bates, Preston Brown, CJ Mosley, and then Shaq Thompson. And then we're also going to have Willis, Collins, Atkins, and Lawson here at the defensive line position. I'm hoping for a lot more production from them this year. They've really not stepped up yet, and they really should. They're still elite players here, and I really hope they would step up. Let's go ahead and set our season goal. I mean, I think it's playoff time. We have a good offensive line. We have some good receivers. We have a really good receiver that we picked up from the draft. So I feel like we should really do some damage this year, especially with a good offensive line as well. Well, at least we're off to a better start here at 4-3. I mean, because we had a horrifically bad start the first 3 years, and we've stepped up a little bit, I guess. 4-3, tied with the Steelers, and we play them next. That's a huge game. Players we're going to have to negotiate with here. Jesse Bates, definitely want to bring him back. Going to let Billy Price go, most likely, unless Jason Kelsey retires. And then that's really going to be it. Don't want to bring anybody else back here from this class. So we might as well just get this done. Let's go ahead and offer Jesse Bates a contract here. Move that up to 5 years so we get a little extra cap. And then, yeah, that's going to be it. Billy Price is not going to be back. So that's going to be it for the mid-season check-in. Let's go ahead and see if we can maybe break this playoff curse of the Bengals and see if we can maybe make it to there and do something. Man, we finished 7-9. No playoffs again. I'm not getting what's going down here, dude. We're going to be 3rd in the division, 7-9. Not great at all in the least bit, dude. Let's go ahead and get the upgrades done. Litton's going to have 3. That's definitely good, I guess. I'm curious to see what kind of year he had. If it's our quarterback, I don't know. We might have to go get us a different one. We might have to try a different scheme. I don't know. Because whatever it is, it's just not working out for us. I mean, we're playing not great at all. Our quarterback's an 85 overall, and when you look at his stats, they're not bad. They're not bad. Look at his accuracies. 95 short, 91 medium. He should be lighting people up with our receiving core. Because we have a nasty receiving core. We really do. I mean, and then Joe Mixon should be running quite well with the offensive line we have now. We have a decent one. Defensively, do we have any upgrades here? We're not going to have much. I mean, we don't have much upgrades this year either, which is a little bit questionable. Yeah, I really am curious here to see what our defense did, or I mean, what our whole team did. If our quarterback had another bad year, it's probably going to be time we're going to have to maybe look somewhere else going into the last year, because whatever's happening is just not working out for us. It's not. Because when you can't even make the playoffs in the first 4 years, and we have a pretty decent team, especially defensively, we still have a pretty solid team. Still one of the better linebacking cores, I would say. Defensive line is no joke either. We're going to have Carl Lawson, who's going to be a monster on there. I think the contract that Yannick Ngakoue didn't sign is really going to hurt us, because that would have added some very much needed pass rush. That would have been pretty big. And then we were also going to be able to add Michael Thomas. That would have helped us out since AJ Green did regress as I predicted. I mean, yeah, I think regression is a little bit exaggerated in the sim, but we'll see. Quarterback did not have another great year here. 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, 60% completion rate, rushing the ball. Joe Mixon has 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, Jarek Litton leads the team in receptions with 68, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Tyler Eifert, 67 receptions, nearly 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. AJ Green's taking a turn here, and it's not for the best. 65 receptions, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. Not great at all, dude. Not great at all. And then our tackles, our best offensive line that we've had so far, allow the most sacks that we've allowed. I mean, that's a little crazy. Defensively, CJ Mosley has 123 tackles, 110 by Brown. Denard with 99 sacks. We get 6 from Willis, 5 from Lawson, and he's been very underproductive the whole rebuild. He really has. Our linebackers are getting a lot more sacks than our defensive linemen. Geno Atkins has not had a breakout season, and he's one of the more elite defensive tackles in the game. We finally get some interceptions here. 4 by Williams, 3 by Jesse Bates, Denard with 3, Brown with 3, William Jackson with 2. Brown with 2 as well, and CJ Mosley with 2. So, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to do about this. We're going to have to see if we can make a big splash in free agency heading into year 5. Because I'm not sure what to do to improve our team. We have a pretty decent one. So, heading into year 5, I had to make a move here, and it was a tough one. We're going to have to give up our first round pick, Jesse Bates, who's played well for us. So, I kind of feel bad about that one. And then Malik Collins, who hasn't worked out, but we're going to have to trade for Tyreek Hill, because we really have no elite receiver heading into year 5, and that's really not great. We had to get somebody. I know we give up a free safety in Jesse Bates. That's really good, 90 overall, but we needed a receiver, so we had to go for Tyreek Hill there. Let's go ahead and check out the free agency period. The reason I did give up Malik Collins, though, I had a plan there. There is a free agent available. We're going to offer Richard Sherman a contract, and we're also going to offer Tim Jernigan a contract to fill that spot of Malik Collins. And then I'm also going to check now if there is a free agent. Harrison Smith wouldn't be bad. That'd actually be a pretty decent guy to bring in. Actually, we don't have really any cap, so we're not going to be able to make that. Let's just go ahead and advance and see if he is going to accept it. Tim Jernigan and Richard Sherman and Jernigan accept it, so we're going to have a decent roster heading in here. Free safety, though, is going to be a need. I'm going to have to try to address this draft, because we did trade away a good one in Jesse Bates, so I'm hoping Tyreek Hill does pay off here. Well, here in the draft, I did really not get anybody good. We didn't have great picks. Our free safety isn't even going to kind of replace Jesse Bates at all, so I'm going to have to hope that Tyreek Hill does pay off for us on the offense. But defensively, we did lose a good free safety. I don't know if he's going to be able to be replaced, but we'll see what happens here in year 5. So let's see it. So here in year 5, offensively, we're going to be still decent. We're going to have Rod and Mixon. Tyreek Hill, I'm hoping, has a big impact. We still have Linton and Tyler Boyd. Offensive line is going to be mostly the same here. Well, completely the same, to be honest. Tyler Eifert has started to regress. Defensively, Geno Atkins retired, so that's going to hurt us. So I'm going to have to hope Herbert can step up. Thankfully, we signed Jernigan in free agency, so at least we have some kind of defensive tackle. Willis has not showed production at all. I'm kind of regretting giving him the contract I did. Carl Lawson has not showed production at all either, really. His best season was 6 or 7 sacks. William Jackson's going to still be an 87 overall. We bring in Richard Sherman, and then Trevor Williams is going to move to the slot. Our free safety, Freeman, is now going to be Jesse Bates for us. So, yeah, I'm going to have to hope that Tyreek Hill trade worked out in our favor. Carl Joseph at strong safety, and then linebacking core, Preston Brown, CJ Mosley, and Shaq Thompson. So it's Super Bowl or bust time. I mean, it's a rough one, though. We haven't made the playoffs once. Yeah, we're going to have to set our season goal here is the Super Bowl, because it is Super Bowl or bust time. I'm not going to check back at mid-season because it's the last year, so if we don't make the playoffs, it is over. I mean, this has been a rough one. It's been way tougher than I thought. So I'm going to have to hope we make the playoffs here in the last year. Well, I'm going to have to chalk this one up, bro, to the curse of the Bengals, because this is freaking rough. No playoffs. I mean, 6-10, really? We're a 6-10 team now. Our quarterback, Dre Rod, has just not played well. I don't know if it was the scheme or what, but I apologize, guys. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, our offensive line, we've had worse offensive lines than this and made the playoffs easily. We go out and trade for Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I'm not sure what the problem was this one. I mean, we had a good defense. We really did. We had a really good defense, all in all. When they were in their prime with Jesse Bates, they just never came out. I don't know. They never had the year that I thought they would. We don't make the playoffs at all in this rebuild. So again, I do apologize, guys. I thought we could do something with the Bengals. I mean, we went out and got our quarterback. He just hasn't played well. I mean, his first year he had a good year, and then other than that, he just didn't play well. We had a lot of talent stacked around him. Good offensive line. Joe Mixon never really came out either, so that was rough. But if you guys do have a suggestion for the next rebuild, make sure you do leave that in the comments below. I'll shout you out, and I'll do that rebuild for you for the next one. And if you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you hit that sub button. Again, I apologize for no playoffs, but I did my best here. I don't know what was wrong with the sim or what, but it was a little out of hand, this one. I do have to acknowledge that. I mean, the sim kind of screwed me over a little bit, but I'll see you guys next rebuild. Peace out.